Hello everyone, this is Nathan Lamb, one of your orientation coordinators, and today I'm welcoming you to your Frosh dorm tour. Right now we're at Wilbur Hall, which many of you guys will be living in next year, and we're going to be exploring the types of dorms that we have here. So personally, I live in Arroyo, which is one of the all-sophomore dorms, but the dorms inside should be pretty similar to the all-Frosh dorms. And before you can get into the dorm, you must take your student ID and swipe your card. This is for increased security measures. You can only swipe in at your own dorm. Over here, we have the Arroyo's Red Room, starting with the foosball table, a personal favorite, on my left. And here we have a mini kitchen in case you are a fan of cooking. And finally, this is the main red room where there's couches, a ping pong table, a piano, a pool table, some poker if you enjoy, and a huge TV. Oh, welcome to Mi Casa. So first off, we have a cabinet. And this is actually a rather large cabinet. There's shelves in the back, but even still, when I reach in, I can barely touch the back of the cabinet. There's also another place for you to hang your clothes if you can't just place it on the floor. And then there's two more drawers for you to place any of your miscellaneous items. There's also a mirror here and a place where you can place your face towels, and another hanger if you want to put any jackets or towels. And over here, you have your bed. This is actually a really unique bed because on one side, it's a firm, and then if you flip it over, there's a softer side for people with different sleep preferences. Over here, you have your drawer, and these, like I said before, are actually rather large drawers. You can also use this as like a makeshift table because the surface is flat, and you can actually extend the back of it for a larger surface. And like I said before, or maybe I've not said it before, but this room is completely customizable. You can do anything you want to this room. You can move this cabinet over there, you can lower your bed, and you can just make it however comfortable you want it to be. This is really your home, so you can really personalize it however you want. Over here, we have 3 bins, 2 for recycling and 1 for landfill, for all the miscellaneous trash that you have. This is pretty much a standard rolling chair, and here is your desk along with some shelves in the back. You can put your keyboard in this spot right here, and there's 3 more drawers for you to place any items that you need. Once again, you can actually extend this desk to have a larger surface, and I'll actually talk about it more when I get to my side of the room because I do that myself. And there's 2 large windows which you can open, you can close the blind, and they actually provide a lot of air in the hot nights that California has. Alright, now this is my side of the dorm where I personalize it to the way that I feel comfortable. And like I mentioned before, I put the extensor for this table so I have more of a working space to work with, and there's quite a bit of room. You can see that this is like a standard size notebook, and it still seems really small in the amount of space that I have left on the table. There's also a lot of outlets in the back, so you can plug in any electrical devices that you want. I plugged in my monitor as well as my laptop, but you can also charge your phone. Here, this is my keyboard and my mouse as a working space, and I stored all the miscellaneous items in these drawers that I might not necessarily have on the desk at one time. Moving on to the rest of the dorm, you can see that, like I mentioned before, I kind of use these drawers as like a makeshift table for my bedside items. Sometimes I'll store my phone here as like an alarm clock, but right now I'm just using it to store my reusable water bottle, which is actually really, really helpful because Stanford is really about going green, where you can actually get filtered water. Here I have my clothes like my t-shirts, my long sleeves, and other places inside the drawer I store other stuff. There's quite a lot of space underneath the bed for me to place whatever items I want. And this is my personal favorite item in this dorm, which is my mini fridge. And it stores all of my beef jerky and other food from the dining hall that I might not be able to eat in one sitting. Here are all the shoes, and I'm actually not going to open this cabinet right now because it is a bit unorganized. And of course, like I mentioned before, you always need a key to get back into your dorm. So this is just like a nice place to put it to make sure that I always have my key before I leave my dorm. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this dorm tour. Hopefully it gave you more of an insight on what dorms include and what you should bring next year. For more information, make sure to check us out on our OC blog and follow @ApproachingStanford on our Instagram. I'll see you guys next time.